Live from the Free News Network studios in Menlo Park, California, your special guest host for the evening, FNN Chief Network Correspondent Frank San Bernardino. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, across America and across the world. It is 8 p.m. in New York City, 1 a.m. in London, and right here in California, it is 5 o'clock p.m. This is the one and only Frank San Bernardino here at the FNN News Desk with a special emergency bulletin. But first, I have a programming update directly from the office of Penelope Cruxton herself. Now, as you all know, the vile, alleged comedy program known as the War on Morons has been canceled. But who will replace the morons in their coveted Monday night time slot? Well, last week we put that decision in the hands of you, the FNN audience, with a hotly contested poll disseminated far and wide. Now, the polls are closed, ladies and gentlemen, but this vote remains too close to call. So while our crack team of mathematicians are tabulating the votes, the production teams at The Liberal Show, Right Along, and the Dr. Ding Dong Show are standing back and standing by. So stay tuned, as always, to the Free News Network for updates throughout the week. And now, for our top headline. We go to the District of Columbia, where an apocalyptic mass casualty event is mere hours away. That's right, we may be facing an American Armageddon as satellite footage of a 500-foot-tall kaiju monster is approaching our nation's capital from the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. And I tell you, this scaly beast has hunger in its belly, fire in its eyes, and hatred for mankind in its soul. And what the hell? Hold on.
Morons. It seems like they're everywhere you turn. Every single day they invade the headlines. Another half-wit criminal with a half-baked scheme. Another social media simpleton going viral. Another Florida man stretching the bounds of stupidity, or another pack of SJWs throwing a temper tantrum. And that's not even the worst of it. From the empty talking heads on the cable news channels, to the humorless hacks in Hollywood, to the pea-brain politicians pulling the puppet strings, everywhere you look, there's another idiot telling you how to live your life.
Like, people should be able to, eat what they want, do what they want.
Absolutely not.
I mean, it's not like he's going out there in his campaign ads like, Joe Biden is a reptile man.
He keeps the streets of Gotham City much safer than Commissioner Gordon, but he doesn't wear a badge because Batman doesn't have to follow any rules.
You know, all the kids started ganging up on him and calling him a little googly-eyed, get-your-pants jelly boy.
Oh, I say the N-word all the time now. You know, I just go out on the strip and I scream it.
You say a succubbitch?
Whoa, reference.
A succubus. You don't know what a succubus is. You mean like you're talking like Cardi? Like Cardi B? I heard she got that wop.
Well, Jay and Anissa have had enough. Armed with clever satire, madcap humor, and the craziest cast of characters in podcasting, they're lining up and taking aim at the world of stupidity every single week. Because it is time to go to war. The War on Morons.
It is Sunday, October 18th, 2020, and you are now tuned into a special pirated episode of The War on Morons. This is episode 51. I'm Jay.
And I'm Anissa.
And this is still the only show online where we speak truth to stupidity every single week, no matter what.
Damn right. Now, if you caught the end of last week's broadcast, you know that we're in a bit of a fight for survival right now, but we are determined to do whatever it takes to bring quality content to you every single week.
That's right. So while we were on the outs with the network, and frankly we still are, and while we're battling to earn a spot atop the Hameen Media Group 6-star search, we're not going to leave our loyal listeners and viewers with fake news Frank. So I jammed the signal tonight.
Yeah, now we'll get to the headlines because we really don't know how long this will hold, but first we do want to remind you that we are in a dead heat in the Twitter fan vote, and this is the last chance to cast a vote.
Yeah, there's just hours left on this poll, and it really could go either way. I'll look 1 minute and we're up by a vote or two, then I'll look a few minutes later and we're in second place behind Rat Salad Review. Now, that's fine, normally. I'm more than happy to be second place in such a great contest, but second place might spell the end of this broadcast. So please, go to Twitter, go to @Hameen Media Group. You'll see the poll. It's going to be pinned right to the top of the page, and vote for War on Morons. Help us take this thing home.
Amen. And less important now, but still very much appreciated. Do subscribe to our free RSS feed at thewaronmorons.podbean.com so you never miss an audio episode. Or if you prefer our video streams, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, or Facebook. We need your views, follows, subscribes, all of that now more than ever.
Yep, and of course you can always reach us at 813-906-9099. But that's more than enough plugs. Let's just get into this week's Tops Morons.
Absolutely. And we're kicking things off, as we so often do, in crazy California, where Sacramento election officials have had to issue an official statement informing citizens that actually they don't need to disinfect their mail-in ballots.
What? They don't need to do what?
Yeah, you heard that right. So basically, apparently, Californians are still so paranoid about the political pandemic that what they're doing is they're taking these mail-in ballots and ruining them. I mean, they're dousing them in bleach, disinfectant spray. Some of them are microwaving them. I mean, the state threw out 100 ballots so far because of this.
Yeah, and it's like the election's like 2 weeks away. I wonder who those people are voting for, you know? Like, you think they're voting for the guy who wears a mask to speak on empty airline tarmacs and the chick that insists on debating inside of a penalty box, or the guy that whipped COVID in a working weekend?
It's a thinker, right? Now, this may actually, in a shocking turn of events, this may be the way that Trump wins California. I certainly didn't think the whole COVID angle would help the Republican ticket at all, but all these Democrats are soaking their votes in hand sanitizer, so you never know.
Yeah, like after all the crazy shit we've seen this year, I never want to see a Democrat use the word conspiracy theorist again. Like, these people are soaking their ballots in bleach because the TV told them, like, I don't know. I get it in a sense, though. I mean, if I was voting for those two, I'd feel kind of dirty. You know, I'd probably want to get some hand sanitizer out, too.
Good point. Yeah. Good point.
Anyway, speaking of people that probably shouldn't be in office, city councilman in suburban Detroit was charged last week for selling drugs and running a crack house.
Geez, don't they pay the city councilmen enough? I thought you get benefits and everything.
I mean, this is Detroit. I mean, remember they had Mayor Kilpatrick. I mean, he's still in prison now. But anyway, the charges stem from February when the Michigan State Drug Task Force raided the 31-year-old politician's home. He's blamed the tenants for everything. He's claimed no knowledge of any illegal activity. He's defiantly held on to his consul seat ever since. But come on, dude. They busted you running a crack house. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, like, if your tenants are doing illegal activity, you as the homeowner are still responsible. So it's not much of a defense. But, I mean, at the end of the day, this is exactly what happens when you start bringing people like Cardi B and Ice Cube into, you know, our government and politics. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you don't need to bring them into it. I mean, Hunter Biden's already there. I mean, if he had his way, he'd turn the White House into a crack house.
Hey, be careful bringing him up. I mean, it's not like we're not shadow banned enough already.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Throttle our reach? Like, yeah, good luck. Oh, man.
Now, since you brought up his kid, we would be totally remiss not to cover the latest from the Joe Biden campaign. So we do have to go all the way back to Friday before last, since for some reason, I don't know, I mean, Joe's been kind of hiding out all week.
If only we knew why. It's a real head scratcher.
It is.
But, I mean, Twitter keeps shutting down, so we'll never figure out why he might want to be out of the public eye right now.
Guess we'll never know. Anyway, Biden made himself the target of ridicule yet again when he was speaking at a drive-in rally in
whatever
Las
that
Vegas.
is.
Yeah, I don't know. And he felt a cough coming on. So naturally, Mr. Coronavirus himself pulled down his face mask and coughed right into his hand.
Nice. Literally the only time these frickin' masks do anything, is to stop you from coughing. It's to stop you from droplets or whatever. That's the only time, and then that's when he doesn't want to wear one. Like, I wonder, that meme that they love sharing so much, where they're like, hey, if you were gonna pee your pants, and you wouldn't get any pee on anybody else if they were wearing pants too. Like, if Joe Biden had to pee, he'd probably drop his pants.
To be fair, we're lucky that he's never dropped his pants. I mean, it's shocking that he hasn't.
Well, I mean, he's usually behind the podium. I wouldn't put it past him, because I'm pretty sure he's incontinent, and I know he's handsy, so.
Yikes.
Anyway, I wonder if CNN called his speech a super spreader event, since he was openly coughing.
I mean, I would love to see it, but to be fair, there were probably only like 5 people there, so I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, you'd probably have a better chance at catching a virus at a Marlins game.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't let the sparse crowds, bumbling speeches, or brain-dead voters fool you. Joe Biden is hip, man. He is with it.
What?
Yeah, and don't take my word for it. Check out his campaign commercials. His latest, it's a 4-minute battle rap spot that dropped last week, and apparently was a serious attempt to court the black vote and not a rejected SNL sketch.
No, come on. Are you serious?
I'm having so much trouble keeping a straight face because I want to play it, but I know they'd copyright strike us. But so basically the commercial features rappers DNA and Charlie Clips trading their clout for DNC cash, one weak-ass verse at a time. They're hanging out on a street ball court, and they're just spitting. They're spitting rhymes about voting for a senile old racist. But remember, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
I swear. I mean, 2020 has really felt like we're living in the Twilight Zone. I mean, this is peak Steve Buscemi, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like that, how do you do, fellow kids?
Oh, yeah. Except for this one, it's the author of the 1994 crime bill, and he's going, how do you do, fellow blacks?
Oh, my God.
Anyway, it looks like we're getting a call on line 1.
All right, I'll get this one. Area code 314, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, you know who it is? It's L to the C to the A to the B to the C. You know what I'm saying? It's MPABC. I'm in St. Louis.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. You know the rapper, the hip hop. I got that hit. I got the alphabetical flow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I remember you now. Okay.
Yeah, it's positive hip hop. Yeah, I want to call because I saw that it was like a rap battle. It was so whack. It was the wackest rap battle ever. Like, they should have called me. They should have called MPABC. They should have called, I could get the positivity posse. We could all come down. We could bust some rhymes. You know what I mean?
Wait, you would have rapped for Biden? I mean, the ad was completely, racially inappropriate.
I'll rap for whoever pays me, you know what I'm saying? But I just thought it was so whack, and I used to respect those cats, but if I was there, I'd be like DNA, more like HIV, because you make me sick. You're like a virus.
cringe, but yeah, it was definitely.
I'll do it for Trump, because like if you're out there, if you're listening, President Trump, I'm down. You've been my G, like ever since. Like let me in, Donald Trump, let me in now. You remember Nelly? You said that.
Kind of. I don't know. I'm not big into that.
I'm a Saint lunatic. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with Nelly. I'm down with Donald Trump too. Like I'll bust a rhyme right now. I'll bust a freestyle rap battle for Trump.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I guess.
All right. Check it. Yeah. MCABC. Check it. All right. This race is really close, coming down to the wire. But how am I supposed to vote? BLM set the polling place on fire.
Yikes.
Yo, they say the economy's in shambles, and maybe that's a fact. Cause Hunter Biden sold his Lambo to buy a bag of crack. You know what I'm saying? Hunter Biden smokes crack.
That's a good one.
Yeah, yo, I'm not so sold on Joe because I think he kind of slow. But have you seen his running mate? See the trash bag hole?
Hey, I mean...
Yo, I got some rhymes about Kamala. Check it. If the coronavirus serious, killing people that get sick, how did Joe pick Kamala? She social distance from his dick.
Oh my God. You know what?
Why would he pick her? You know what I'm saying? Because like the only reason to pick her is, because of the knee pads. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Hey, what's up, homie? Answer a question for me. If I vote Kamala Harris, will it burn when I go pee?
Oh, you know what? That's enough. That's quite enough. I get the point, but yeah, definitely.
What?
I don't know.
Yes, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. I got more, different flows. I just, once I get a flow and I'm feeling it, I just go in. I had to go in on Kamala. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get it, but we just got kicked off of our network, so like, let's keep that on the down low for now. But
everybody, as the hood, everybody in the hood knows one thing about Kamala. You know what it is?
What?
You know what it is? It's her tonsils. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. I got one more. It's not about Kamala. It's respectful. It's positive. Okay. It's positive. All right. Here we go. MCABC. They call it voter fraud when they register the dead, but do they call it cheating if Kamala give everybody head?
Okay. You know what? That's enough. We're gonna have to call it there, MC. But thank you for calling.
Positive flow.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting for positivity. All right.
Oh my God. I talk about cringe.
Yeah, right. I guess this is turning into like a weird little trend. Yikes. But if you guys thought that last call from MCABC was embarrassing, there just might be a cure. Because the University of Minnesota has recently debuted a 12-step recovery program for whiteness.
I mean, every year they find another way to make me embarrassed that I went to school there. But this might take the cake. I mean, this is an actual college course.
Well, it's a lecture series from the School of Social Work.
School of Social Work. That's a thing now. I mean, people wonder why they're trying to pay off 6 figures of student debt on a fucking barista salary. Like, newsflash, buddy, it's because of shit like this.
Well, ironically, getting the phrase "newsflash, buddy" out of your vocab is like step 3 in the curriculum, so you might want to work on that.
All right, well, touche. Anyway, speaking of Zoomers making stupid decisions, a 20-year-old social media star was shot and killed when her latest TikTok prank went wrong earlier this month. Apparently, this is a crazy story. So she was attempting to stage a kidnapping in Tijuana, Mexico, and was tied up and blindfolded as she's staging this for TikTok when one of her fake captors didn't realize that the guns they were pointing at her were loaded with live ammunition, and he shot her in the head.
Oh my god. First of all, why the hell would you pull a trigger on a not loaded gun? Like, wouldn't that give away the fact that it's fake?
I mean, that's a good point, I guess. I'll think about that the next time I'm shooting social media videos with fucking 9mm, like.
I don't know. This is a real. I mean, it's almost tragic, but it's also really freaking stupid. I mean, just think if Trump had actually managed to ban TikTok, millions of children would have missed out on the opportunity to watch a woman who was murdered live on video.
Jesus, I mean, you put it that way. I mean, I don't know if the actual killing was streamed or whatever. I mean, it might have been. It doesn't say in the story, but I think the real story here is that this woman was stupid enough to hire fake kidnappers in Mexico. Like, I mean, couldn't she have just like hung out on the street for 5 or 10 minutes and, you know, let it happen naturally? Like, I'm
Would that have been better?
Yes, it would have been way better because I'm pretty sure the professional kidnappers wouldn't have accidentally blown her head off.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a fair point. All right. Well, staying on the subject of TikTokers being idiots, a bunch of anti-Trump teenagers attempted to sabotage the president's recent Staten Island rally by signing up for tens of thousands of fake RSVPs online with names like "Grab 'em by the pussy" and "Ivana punch you" and "Fuck you, Trump."
They're so I could just like see the rage emanating from them as they're typing this in. Like, fucking sign up for the RSVP, fucking motherfucker! I hate you. I'm gonna tear my fucking purple hair out, fucking pussy grabber. I can just see it. They're so angry.
It's so ridiculous because the names themselves sound like an Impractical Jokers bit or something. But unfortunately for these would-be fraudsters, the campaign outsmarted them by slipping in a non-refundable $5 fee to reserve tickets. And as a result, they ended up donating $16,000 directly to Trump's re-election effort.
I mean, I like that. But I mean, who could have predicted an idea from the brain of Alexandria Cortez would spectacularly backfire? You know?
Who could have thought?
Anyway, before we move on from our pre-election social media political block, the president himself finds himself on the wrong side of the moron headlines as he took it to Twitter. I mean, I could probably say that every day, but I've been spending a little bit more time on Twitter since we've been trying to win this contest. And if you're listening out there, we are on Twitter @OnMorons. What the fuck is with his Twitter? Donald Trump. Like, he's obvious.
Really? I mean, it's like fully stream of consciousness. It's like he's like it's like that South Park episode where they're just hooked up to social media and it like streams their thoughts live. Like, that's what he's got going on.
Right. Like, he's got like a neural link and he's, I mean, like, you don't have to say everything that you're doing or every thought that comes to your mind. Like, normally he's a very, like, you know, intelligent guy. He's charming. He's funny. And then he goes on Twitter and, like, sometimes I get it. He's trolling. He's fucking with people, which is awesome. But other times it's like this story, he went on Twitter randomly while he's in the middle of a million crises at once, and he's in a fight for his life for the presidency, and he decided to tweet about how much he loves McDonald's French fries because he says they've kept his hair from falling out. I don't mean like because he's stress eating or anything like that. No, he actually cited a study that says there's some chemical or something in McDonald's fries that have kept him having a full head of hair.
I mean, I'm sure there's a chemical for almost anything in McDonald's French fries, but how much McDonald's French fries do you have to eat for them all to take clinical effect? I mean, I really don't think that's why his hair is full. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could point to a couple cosmetic surgery procedures that would be a much more likely explanation.
You know?
I mean, what's next? I mean, he gets his tan from the chicken nuggets or something? I mean, maybe cheeseburgers fought off the coronavirus. I don't know.
Like, an apple pie a day keeps the doctor away. I mean, you think there might be a bit of a health trade-off, too. Like, like I've seen Super Size Me. I know what happens. Anyway, we've got another call coming in. It looks like a Colorado number.
All right, let's see if this one's any better. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Doug, in Denver.
Okay.
And, like, you were kind of talking about, like, McDonald's, how it's good for you. It's healthy, right?
I mean, I don't know if I'd agree with that, but we were just talking about McDonald's.
Oh, no, I just wanted to call and, like, say it's good that it's healthy, because I've been eating a lot of McDonald's lately because of my new job, you know?
Really? What are you, like next to a McDonald's or something?
No, like, it's kind of like a cool job because I just work from my car. Like, I'm, you ever heard of Uber?
Yeah.
So it's like Uber, but for, like, if you want to get something to eat. It's called Uber Eats.
So, yeah, everybody knows what Uber Eats is. Doug, so you're an Uber Eats driver. Okay, got it. The McDonald's thing makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty, you know, it's a cool job. Like, they don't check if I want to smoke, like, it's cool. And, like, if I want to have a beer, like, you know, at work, like, you know, they don't care.
No, I mean, that's not cool. You're not supposed to be drinking and driving. I'm pretty sure Uber Eats doesn't want you drinking and driving.
It's cool because, like, I don't know if you know, but, like, I've got, like, really good tolerance, so I can. It's okay. It's okay for me.
It's definitely not okay. Yeah, definitely not. No, the police should absolutely pull you over.
Like, I'm not drinking, like, you know, like a whiskey or a vodka.
I don't care what you're drinking. You shouldn't be drinking and driving. That's illegal.
Just crack open a Coors, you know.
No.
And maybe light one up.
What, a cigarette?
Cool. Yeah. I guess, you know, you'd call it a cigarette.
Oh my God. So you're just driving your car completely fucked up is what you're doing. Great. Awesome.
No, bro, no. Like, if I was fucked up, I'd pull over and I'd have some fries.
Okay,
oh yeah,
well,
that's why I forgot why I was gonna call, because I got distracted.
I wonder why.
But yeah, I'm always eating on fries. Like, that's one of the perks of the job, you know.
Oh, so what, they give you like an extra order of fries because they see you so often or something?
Oh, I mean, everybody's always ordering, you know, McDonald's, and they want a burger, fries. And I just have the fries and I eat on them because.
Wait. You eat these people's fries? You just don't deliver their fries?
They don't want the fries. I mean, everybody knows McDonald's fries are only good when it's hot.
They ordered the fries. I think they want the fries to show up. You should.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be that hot because I got to drive. I had to drive to their house. You know, they can't eat it, you know, in the car. Like, when you go to McDonald's and you go to drive-thru, do you eat on the fries in the car, or do you wait, you know, till you get home?
Well, the difference, Doug, is that they're my fries and I paid for them, so I get to eat them whenever I want. They're not your fries, and you didn't pay for them, so you shouldn't be eating them at all.
Here's where you're wrong, though, because, like, they're supposed to give a tip, you know? Like,
right.
They got to give me a tip. But
good way to get a tip is to not eat their French fries. Just a tip.
Well, a lot of people don't give me a tip, you know, or they don't give me a good tip. Like,
right.
They give me $3, you know, $3, $4. Like, it's a pandemic, you know.
Well, for one, I mean, it sounds
I'm
like you're
essential.
okay. I think you're actually a hazard, Doug. But regardless, it sounds like one, these folks are ordering maybe $15 worth of food, so your tip isn't going to be that large on those orders just by the math of it. And two, if you want a good tip, like if you want a more generous tip, you should deliver all of the food that people order uneaten,
like,
and untouched.
If it's not like I eat the burger, you know. Like if I was to tell you, like let's say I said, hey, you know, go drive to McDonald's, like you don't even know me, you know. Like if I just said, hey, you know, go drive to McDonald's, pick me up a number one, supersize me with, you know, give me a Coke. Would you do it?
Well, that's not my job, so no, I wouldn't.
Right, you don't even know me, so like I'd have to give you more than. If I gave you $3, you'd still be like, you know what, Doug? Like I got better stuff to do. You know, it's a long drive.
Well, do you have
McDonald's.
better stuff to do? I mean, you could get a different job if that's not working out for you, Doug. And it doesn't sound like it's working out for you.
No, it's cool. Like I mean, actually, I think I've been really good at it. Like lately, I've been, you know, getting people in the spirit, you know, like in spirit of Halloween, and that's good.
I don't know what you mean by that at all.
Well, my roommate works at the FedEx, you know, like the FedEx store.
Okay.
And he let me use the sticker printer, and we made some stickers, and I stick the stickers on the bag of food that I leave for the customer so they can get excited, you know, for Halloween.
Well,
so
I mean, out of all the fucked up shit you've told me today, Doug, that's actually kind of cool. What are you putting on there, like little jack-o'-lanterns or mummies or something for the kids? That's kind of cute.
Yeah, you know Leatherface.
I'm sorry, what? What?
From Texas Chainsaw, the Texas Chainsaw Killer.
You just said Leatherface?
Yeah, because his face, it's leather, like, because he cuts off the face.
God, Doug, what about Leatherface?
Well, we printed up some pictures of Leatherface, you know, with the chainsaw, like from the, you know, screenshot from the movie. And, you know, it's bitching, you know, it's all bloody, and he's got some of his face he ripped off, and then we put in there, like in blood writing, it says, "I'll be back." It says, "I'll be back." Yeah.
Why?
Because it's like,
would it say that? Why?
Well, because they're gonna order some more food, and you know, it might be me again. So it's like, you know, basically saying, "Hey, thanks for ordering. You know, I'll be glad to serve you again."
But it's not saying that. It's a threat. You're putting a gory serial killer on their bag of food, which nobody wants to see when they're eating, and then you're threatening them, saying, "I'll return," in the guise of like you being a serial killer.
I mean, that's not how I see it. I see it like Happy Halloween.
Well, it doesn't
enjoy
say
the
Happy Halloween,
season. And I stick it sometimes I stick it on the door, and it's cool because I got to send them a picture of the food, you know, or on the door, or they don't give me a tip, you know. So
what? You have to wait, what?
So yeah, because Uber Eats, like, they don't believe me when I say I delivered it, and they don't give me the money.
Complaining that you're eating it. Yeah, probably.
No, dude. Like, it's like a policy. Like, you got to take a picture of the house after you deliver the food. So, and it's kind of like I really am back, because, you know, later when I get home is when I have good, because I don't want to use my 4G. So I wait till I get the Wi-Fi at home, and I send out the pictures. And, you know, sometimes it's a few hours later or whatever, like, sometimes it's at night or whatever, and I send them the picture of their house, and I say, hey, I'm right outside.
Hold on. I thought you were sending these pictures to Uber. You're sending them to the people you delivered to hours ago as if you're in front of their home?
I mean, if you don't send the picture to the customer, you don't get the tip. Like, Uber doesn't give you the tip. And I want to get paid.
I don't know how to make this any clearer to you. So many things wrong about what you told me tonight. I feel like I should call the police. Like, one, you're drinking and driving. You're doing drugs and driving. Two, you're eating people's food. Three, you're threatening them, like making them think you're some kind of serial killer. And then you're making them think, like, hours later that you've returned and are standing outside their home. Like, you're terrifying people. I don't know what's wrong with you. You're a danger to society. I hope you never call this show again. Like, this has been truly disturbing. You deserve to be fired.
You ever think about smoking weed, dude? Because you gotta chill out.
You know what? Screw you, Doug in Denver.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, after this one, I'm pretty sure Uber Eats is not gonna sponsor the program anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think they would have anyway, but...
I was just trying to do a segue. We have an actual sponsor this week. I'm just gonna play it. I can't even put this into words. I'm just gonna play this one.
Oh boy.
Greetings, friends. It is I, Wadsworth University Professor Emeritus of Parapsychological Research, Archibald P. Canturbury. And I can't even count how many times I'm hosting a social function when one of my guests tells me, Professor, how do you keep your home in such impeccable condition? For a 17th century estate, not to have a single creak or a speck of dust, I say it's inconceivable. or Archie, they'll tell me, the sponge cake at this spirit cooking is absolutely scrumptious. But the silverware practically sparkles. And of course, they'll say, Canterbury, how do you keep your temple floors so pristine? I know how many blood sacrifices are held in this room, and yet I can see my reflection in the marble clear as a mirror. What is your secret? Well, I said I'd never tell, but it turns out today is your lucky day, because my secret is out. I use the magical cleaning power of Abrakaboom. Abrakaboom is the only cleaning spray that harnesses the power of invisible devils to do the work that you have neither the time nor the inclination to do yourself. And now, for just 3 small payments of $16.66, you can own your very own bottle. And trust me, it's worth any price. Dirt, grime, pea soup, ectoplasm, blood, even semen. There is no stain that Abrakaboom cannot vanquish. And best of all, when coupled with the included incantations and 1 small donation of your eternal soul, your bottle of tiny, invisible scrubbing demons will replenish itself indefinitely. Cleaning is hell, so never lift a finger again with Abrakaboom.
Is it just me, or are these commercials getting weirder and weirder every week?
Did that guy say he's doing blood sacrifices? He's selling a cleaning spray for what? Like for crime scenes? Like
cleaning spray? Where did you get that? Did you miss the part where he said there are invisible scrubbing demons in the bottle? Like, you have got to start screening these people, or at least listen to their commercial before you play it on air.
I mean, scrubbing demons. I thought it was like scrubbing bubbles. I don't know. I said it before. I'll say it again. $100 is $100, and wow. Anyway, let's just get back to the headlines. In fact, let's play a quick game of Florida in the Field.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot to cover tonight, so this is going to be a little bit of a lightning round edition this week. Play along in the comments if you can keep up. We'll each cover a couple totally crazy stories from the past week's headlines and challenge ourselves and everybody watching or listening at home to guess whether Florida man struck again or if this took place literally anywhere else on the planet.
All right, so I'll start off with this headline. Man using live snake as face mask boards bus.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, the unidentified man was taking the bus Monday with a snake wrapped around his neck when another passenger snapped a photo of the bizarre moment. The passenger, who wished to remain anonymous, said that she first believed the guy was wearing some kind of funky costume mask until the snake started slivering all over the handrails. And just for the record, authorities have said that a snake is not the proper face covering during the COVID-19 pandemic. So.
You know what? I know exactly who this is because I used to work at a phone store in Loxahatchee, Florida, and had a customer come in wearing a live snake, and it was the worst experience of my career. For sure. That thing just kept slithering its little head towards me. It was the worst. So yeah, I'm 100% convinced that this guy is still out there in Loxahatchee, Florida. I don't think buses go out to Loxahatchee, but maybe he gets around somehow. I don't know. I think I know exactly who this is, and I'm guessing this is in Florida.
I mean, that's a really good guess. That's what I would guess too. You're not going to believe it, but this was actually in Manchester, England.
There are more live snake wearing motherfuckers going around in public in the world? There's more than one?
Yeah. Haven't you ever watched AEW?
Shit. I am never going out in public again. God bless social distancing. I'm just staying at home forever. This is unbearable.
You make a good point. That's one way to keep people away from you. But the craziest thing is the article says that all the other passengers on this bus were cool with it. They're like, oh, look at that. That guy's got a snake. That's funny. That's cool. Let me just snap a picture. I wouldn't, if I saw somebody with a giant fucking python slithering around his neck, I'd probably, yank the little cord and get off on the next stop.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, my next story, yikes, it's a good one, though. It is a good one. Maybe not as crazy as a snake wearer, but
more malicious compliance, I hope.
This one is an 11-year-old kid stole a school bus and led police on a wild chase while laughing and flipping them off.
All right, I know where this was. This was in Springfield. Because it sounds like fucking Bart Simpson.
Doesn't it? I mean, the chase itself only lasted for 13 miles, but it ended when he crashed the bus into a giant tree and was subsequently arrested. Now, luckily, nobody was actually hurt. So we can focus on what I think is the most amusing part of this story. You have to picture it. See, this 11-year-old kid, he's so small that in order to pull off this high-speed chase, he actually had to stand up to reach the gas pedal while driving the entire time.
Did it, I can remember being 11. I can remember, seeing a fire alarm and thinking, boy, wouldn't it be funny? Let's pull that. But Jesus Christ!
I know.
Kids these days, man.
He was determined. He was going to have his GTA moment or nothing.
13 miles. That's, honestly, it's goddamn impressive for somebody that can't even reach the gas pedal. And, and he's flipping people off. This has to be Florida Child. Is this Florida Child?
Thank God you said that. We are tied. Never
really?
Wrong.
I would have thought, because Florida Child grows up to be a Florida driver, and this sounds like some shit that you would see on I-4.
It does. It absolutely does. But you know what? This actually happened right across the bay in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh, well, they're honorary. They're in the same group. Shout out to Louisiana. Honestly, Louisiana, I don't know how Florida got the reputation. Like, I guess, it's catchy. Florida man, it rolls off the tongue more than Louisiana man. But, like, I think that the stereotype of Florida man is actually, like, the default Louisiana man. But, yeah. But, yeah, we see you over there, Keep it on the down low. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of the down low, homophobic man shoots doctor for making him orgasm during a prostate exam.
Wow.
Yeah. This is one of the most ridiculous stories I've ever read. So, this guy's a 56-year-old man. He was deeply troubled. He had like an existential crisis because he had a surprise orgasm in the middle of a prostate exam last month. Apparently, I get it. Like, it seems really, really awkward. But apparently, it's like a really common side effect from the procedure, just from the way it's done. But this guy was freaked out, and he wanted to make sure that nobody would misinterpret his emission for anything gay. So he demanded that the doctor say no homo.
Wait, what? 56 years old.
I know.
If it's the word no homo, was it demanding?
When I read this, I could not believe it was a real news article. I mean, this sounds like one of those fake news articles, but I checked, I double-checked, I triple-checked. I found this on like half a dozen different websites, and they all say this is a real article. So if it's not, we're not the only ones that got fooled. But yeah, a 56-year-old man, he demanded that the doctor say no homo. Yeah, and the doctor had no idea what the fuck he was talking about because the doctor is not a 14-year-old that listens to too much hip hop. And so he didn't say it, and when he didn't, the guy pulled out a gun and shot him twice. Yeah. The doctor did survive, but the shooter's on the run. But just so you know, he's not a homo.
I don't think anybody's going to use this guy as that at all. Yikes. That's a lot. Normally I would think Florida. Maybe I should say Florida. My instincts have been kind of off today with the guessing, but this sounds like some Texas shit, to be honest.
Whoa!
Maybe Kentucky? I don't know. It just sounds kind of like more. Florida's not so remote that you can't get. Like, this sounds like somebody who really has been stuck in like a small enclave.
Right, Hank Hill.
Right. Like back in 2003 when people said no homo. So, yeah, I'm thinking that this is really not Florida.
I can't get that idea out of my head about, like, if they ever revive King of the Hill, there you go. Just Hank ejaculated in the middle of a prostate exam. I'm gonna have to whoop your ass. Oh my god. Alright, surprisingly, I guess, not surprisingly, this was in Florida. This was in Jacksonville. Yeah, Duval, not gay. Just so you know, Duval, not no homo. Yeah.
So, if you get this next one right, you win, and I win.
And if I get it wrong, then we strike out, which we've never done. For people that talk about this every week, we're not that good at this game. Unlike the fine people that watch and play along at home, you guys kick ass.
Right?
But I'll see if I can win with one right. So
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
let's go.
Here's what we got. Man threatens to blow up state building over child support call. Now, obviously, we're talking about Father of the Year over here. This 39-year-old state statute supporting gentleman man made the threat to an employee who called him trying to collect the child support that he owed. Now, the state employee did actually wind up playing a recording of the conversation with the local sheriff's deputy when he reported it, who actually heard this dude give his name, his address, his social
Jacksonville should have tried that. I mean, wow. I mean, I love the fact that he thought this was a legitimate, rebuttal. I mean, I guess I've said things like that to telemarketers before. I might say something like that to a bill collector every once in a while. I guess pretty much everybody has. You keep calling my phone, I'm gonna fucking find you, or whatever you say. But you're talking to the state about something that they can garnish your wages for, maybe even put you in jail. I don't know. And your go-to is a terrorist threat. After you've given them your name and your address, which of course they already have. What a fucking genius. Yeah.
There's no way you can say, oh, that was time for me.
Wow. I mean, this could be anywhere. I want to say that it's not here because I don't want people here to be that fucking stupid. But I know they are. This has to be Florida. Is this a Florida man?
Oh my god, I honestly wanted you to win this one so bad, and I'm so glad you did. Yes, it was Ocala.
All right, Ocala. You're making the state look great. Yeah. I don't feel like I won. I got one right. Anyway,
pretty pathetic showing all
yeah.
around.
Well, maybe we'll switch it up with something next week. Next week, I think, is the last episode before Halloween, so maybe we can find some spooky thing to do. Anyway, we've got a guy that's been holding for like 3 minutes, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I get third time's the charm, right?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Area code 773, you are on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Dave. Dave from Chicago. I'm not in Chicago right now, but it's Dave from Chicago.
Dave, is that what you said? I can hardly hear you.
Yeah. It's Dave. Yeah, my name's Dave, like David, but they call me Dave for short. Get it, for short.
It's really loud where you are. Like, can you step outside or something?
No, I can't. I'm in Sioux Falls. I went out to South Dakota. It's great out here. I'm at this bar. It's Halloween. It's like a Halloween party. There's a lot of people here. Like, they don't have any rules with the corona out here. It's great. I got sick of being in Chicago. The mayor telling me what I could do, what I can't do, like she's my dad and shit. It's better here.
Okay, I mean, that all sounds positive, I think. It's just, can you call us maybe at a different time? I mean,
no, it's okay. It's okay. I got something. It's a pretty, you guys probably want to hear this story, because I don't know if you know, I think I called you guys before. You probably don't remember. You get a lot of calls, but I'm a little person. I'm a little person, and I got discriminated against. It was really awful, and I think you'd want to hear about this story because it was a moron that did it to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, what happened?
It was horrible. Yeah, it was. Hold on. Yeah. So what do I do? Just put my name down here? Okay. I choose it from the book, huh? Okay. Yeah.
Dave.
All right. Well, hey, let me ask you. If I give you $5, hold on just a second. I'm talking to the guy here. If I give you $5, because I don't want to wait that long. All right. Here's $5. I'll fill it out. All right. I'm talking to the radio. Hey, I'm sorry about that. I just had to do a thing real quick here.
It sounds like you called us at a really poor time. I mean, you're obviously busy.
No, I mean, it's hard to get in. I mean, because you only take calls like certain times or whatever. So I wanted to make sure I could, talk, to the people, because they got to hear what happened to me. It was a hate crime. Well, I was. Yeah. So what I want is, and thanks for. Let's see. What kind of beer you got on tap?
You got any dark ears? Are you kidding me? What do you mean do I gotta show you an ID? I got a fucking mustache. I gotta show you. Thank you. I'll get it again. Fucking bitch. Sorry about that. You know, can you believe they just asked me for ID? You know, I'm 38 years old.
Trouble believing that you're ordering drinks in the middle of calling a radio show, actually.
No, it's cool. It's cool because I'm in South Dakota. You know, back in Chicago, they got all these rules. You can only, you know... Thank you. Yeah, you know, you can only go to the bar till like midnight. You got to get food, and it's ridiculous. In South Dakota, I can do anything I want. It's great. It's a great place. You know, I'm thinking about moving out here. You know,
Dave, that's awesome. Now tell us your story.
Because you can work remote. Oh yeah. I'm so sorry. I keep getting distracted. You know, because it's there's a big crowd here. Anyway, yes, it was horrible. You know, these people thought I was a little kid, and they thought they treated me like I was an 8-year-old kid, and they assaulted me. And I was working late one night.
Dave, are you serious?
What?
Are you serious?
I'm sorry. Hey, he's in the Monster Mash. He was the graveyard man.
Why are you singing the Monster Mash right now, Dave?
I'm sorry, the lady on the radio. I'm on stage. It was my turn for karaoke. And,
why would you sign up for karaoke in the middle? Dave, you can choose
it's
one
a good time.
Call us or do karaoke. You cannot do both.
You think just because I'm a little person, I can't do karaoke? It's a great time. It's Halloween. I like the Monster Mash. You know, Bobby Pickett.
You know what, Dave? You can do karaoke. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're a little person. You just
well, I can't do it right now because you keep yelling at me when I'm trying to sing.
Damn right.
You know, the guest includes the Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. All right. Anyway, yeah, it was horrible. These guys beat the crap out of me, and they stole my candy because they thought I was a kid just because I was wearing a costume. Can you believe that?
Wait, Dave, what kind of costume?
I was dressed up like a Dracula.
Okay.
Little Dracula, you know. But
was it like covering up your face and everything?
I had makeup on.
How tall are you, Dave?
I'm 4'4".
Why were you dressed up like little Dracula?
Well, I mean, they were doing the trunk or treat at the mall here in Sioux Falls, and I like to go to the trick or treat, and I knew I couldn't really do it this year in Chicago, and they beat me up and they took my candy. Can you believe that?
Hold on. Let me just make this 100% clear. You were going to the trunk or treat to give out candy, and you dressed up to have fun with the
Why
kids,
would I give out candy? No, they give you candy. It's Halloween. You get free candy. You wear a costume, you get free candy. Nobody's supposed to beat you up. Nobody's supposed to treat you like you're a little kid. It was a bunch of shit, and I'm gonna call a lawyer.
Dave, you dressed up like a kid. Kids get free candy on Halloween, not fully grown 38-year-old men. I don't care.
You know what? Go stuff it.
Oh, all right. Well, after that one, we could definitely use another break, or at least I could. So.
Yeah. Luckily, I've got another commercial, so we get 2 today. So let's pay some bills on a Sunday.
Amen.
What happens when you lock an unsuspecting family of 4 inside the most haunted house in America? This October on the Travel Channel, paranormal investigator Ken Lee and the notorious mentalist Brian Bedford will find out. The Hudson family is on vacation in Maine. They have no idea, but while they've been gone, my team from the Spectre Inspector Squad has infested their Georgia home with cursed objects, vengeful spirits, shadow creatures, negative entities, even demons. And my team from the Brain Boozled with Brian Bedford program has rigged their actual house with 24 hidden cameras and microphones in every corner. And on October 31st, the Hudsons are coming home. See, what you have to understand is we don't care about the Hudson family's safety. We don't care about their privacy. We certainly don't care about public decency. But do we care about ratings? Absolutely. So tune in live all day on Halloween to witness the mayhem. Because if you can't go home, go to hell. The Brain Boozling Haunting. Only on the Travel Channel. Help me. Help.
Well, now that we're officially in the Halloween spirit, I'd say it's a great time to get into some spooky stupidity. Like this. Yeah, I've got a great story here out of the United Kingdom where a 32-year-old woman has called off her engagement after her boo kept disappearing. Oh, no, wait till you hear the catch. So, her fiancé was a disembodied spirit.
What?
Yep.
And he kept disappearing.
That's what she says. He kept disappearing.
Well, I gotta say, that does take getting ghosted to an entirely new level.
Oh, yeah. No, this woman was the subject of an absolutely insane interview on this TV show called This Morning, where she claimed that she met the ghost while on vacation in the Australian outback a couple years ago. But things completely changed a couple years ago after another lavish vacation, this time in Thailand, when she took her ghost fiancé with her, and he fell in with a bad crowd. He started disappearing for long periods of time. When he would show up, he was bringing other spirits back to the house with him. They were partying, him and his ghost buddies. They were all partying and doing drugs.
Drugs?
Yeah, apparently.
The ghost was doing drugs, not her. No.
You know, I think that might be a little bit more likely.
I mean, this whole thing sounds like it was made up on a manic, drug-induced high. I mean, am I wrong to think that I don't think this woman has ever been on vacation or seen a ghost? Like, this whole thing sounds entirely made up.
I mean, it is pretty wild. I mean, what complete schizophrenic has the funds and the resources to go to the Australian outback and Southeast Asia, like, you know, every other year? Right? And, I mean, when you're in the outback, I'm pretty sure you're not hanging out there sober, just, staring at the sand. She was tripping.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe this was a ritual gone too far.
Yeah.
She might have tapped into something bad here. But I gotta say, we gotta give the UK morning show some big props, because you would not see this shit on Good Morning America. This is
no, you wouldn't even see this shit on Maury. Maybe on Sally Jesse Raphael. They need to bring her back. I don't know if she's still alive. She wouldn't have to be, though, since apparently, you know, you can get engaged to ghosts now.
Right? Yikes. Well, while we're on the topic of perplexing romantic entanglements, a Louisiana priest, see, Louisiana again.
Again.
What did I tell you? A Louisiana priest was arrested after some passersby saw the church lights on at 11 o'clock at night and thought to themselves, well, we better poke our heads in, see what's going on. Well, what they found when they did that was the priest filming, like, hardcore pornography of himself and two female porn stars on the altar, which had been adorned with, like, various sex toys and stage lighting. I mean, the whole nine yards.
I mean, geez, I guess if you're gonna lose your frock, you might as well go all out. But my question is, like, I mean, who's just, walking around and, oh, hey, look, there's lights on in the church. Let me just walk in. Let me see what's going on. Like, you get that nosy, you deserve to see some shit.
Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, also, if you're doing this at the altar of your church and you don't lock the doors first, you deserve to get caught.
Good point, yeah. Haven't they ever heard of closing the goddamn altar?
Anyways, I mean, the whole unholy trinity of perverts here was arrested for obscenity. And something tells me that their potential defenses might not hold up, because it was discovered that one of the female porn stars' social media actually featured a post from the day prior. And she was stating that she was heading to the New Orleans area to meet a fellow dominatrix and, quote, defile a house of God. So, yeah, good luck with that.
Like, I mean, are these because it seems like this happens a lot. Like, are they just incapable of just, maybe just giving up their faith, without making a satanic heel turn? Like,
I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, it's not really that hard to be agnostic, I don't think. But
right, like, how?
Hand,
why don't they just?
If you're so inclined on a religious bent to become a priest, I could see you going the other extreme.
I guess. I don't know. I guess they're not attracted to the agnostic thing because they don't have, like, agnostic porn star, satanic orgies. Anyways, speaking of porn stars, Ole Miss University. How's that for a segue? Speaking of porn stars, Ole Miss University.
What happened to Ole Miss?
Well, their athletic department stepped in it. They rolled out a series of stadium cups to honor healthcare workers, and it didn't really go as planned.
Well, not really getting the whole pornographic angle, to be honest with you, but that is embarrassing enough by itself. I mean, nothing says thank you for your service like slapping a slogan on a disposable cup full of overpriced light beer at a football game, right?
Right, but believe it or not, it was worse than that, because rather than just, printing a picture of an actual healthcare worker on the cups, these marketing geniuses apparently just typed in doctors and nurses in a Google image search.
Oh, no.
Oh, yep. They ended up printing pictures of a porn star named Johnny Sins dressed up in scrubs on thousands of souvenir cups.
Oh my god. They couldn't tell the difference between a real, stock image of a doctor and a porn star doctor?
Apparently, I mean, their budgets are getting better and better out there in San Fernando Valley or wherever they're shooting this shit. They're getting real...
The more shocking thing, honestly, though, is that, haven't these people ever heard of Rule 34? I mean, honestly.
Right. Or, used a Google image search in the history of ever,
Right.
I don't care what you're looking up. You're the first, 10 pages are going to be full of porn.
Yeah. You're going to see some titties, is what I'm saying. All right. Anyways, we've got one story left in the stack, and I'm just going to level with you and our audience here.
All right.
I saved this story for last because it's just a 10-pound loaf of bizarre in a 5-pound bag, really. In Tennessee, a man went jailed for causing $30,000 worth of damages to a cemetery.
Okay. I mean, there's a couple things coming to mind. Maybe he was, was he driving through the cemetery, doing donuts? Maybe it was paranormal. Did he unleash a horde of demons? Maybe he had a bottle of that cleaning spray we were selling earlier.
No, that would have been pretty priceless. This man actually caused a very specific, very large amount of damage in an attempt to, get this, resurrect his dead grandmother.
I mean, hey, you know what? Jesus Christ. You know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, it makes sense in one level. Maybe he just wanted to get Grandma's cookies, you know?
Ew, what the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? No, I mean, like, what? Like, he wants Grandma to bake him some cookies. Like, you know, he wants Grandma's recipe. What did you think I was saying?
You do know what cookie is slang for, right? Like, don't make me pull up Urban Dictionary.
You think that I was referring to that when the context is an old woman who's been dead and buried for God knows what?
I honestly did not know where you were going. That was, wow, very terrifying. You know what? Thank God we've got a call coming in.
Yeah,
thank God.
You know what? I'll take the bailout. So, area code 214. You are on the air, and looks like you're going to be closing out the show. So, state your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is LuEllen from Plano, Texas. I just got to say that's some spooky stuff y'all are talking about.
Yeah, you like our little kind of like a Halloween block, huh?
Yeah, I love it. I got to tell you, I've been decorating my house for Halloween this year. I'm out to win the HOA competition, which I know I'm going to do. But, you know, they've been making it real difficult for me. So it's good to hear some folks that are actually in the Halloween spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we love Halloween around here. What do you mean they've been making it difficult for you, though? Like your homeowners association?
Well, yes, they've been nothing but a nightmare, and not the good kind that you'd expect around Halloween. The president of the HOA, she is a real piece of work, and she has been ordering everyone in the community to actually keep decorations to a minimum to discourage trick-or-treating due to COVID. So I just don't, she's canceled the official contest, so I can't win the $1,000 prize this year, but I'm still going for blood because I have to teach my neighbors a lesson. I mean, nobody is going to top me this year.
Okay, so they told you that, they basically told you not to do it, but you're doing it anyway.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is America. I don't care that they're the homeowners association. They're not the government of the United States of America, and they cannot tell me whether or not I can put up Halloween decorations in my home.
All right. Well, you know what? I guess I can get behind that. So, what kind of decorations have you been putting up?
Oh my goodness, I have been doing the most. I have all my I call them my little cage children. I don't know if you recall, but we have these little foster children that we got from Mexico, and I call them my little goblins, and I got them dressed up, and they're going up on the roof, and they're putting up the decorations. We got a giant spider up there.
Hold on, rewind. You've got children climbing up on the roof?
Yes, they love it. They love it. They go up there. They put up the decorations, get in the Halloween spirit. I have them clean the gutters while they're up there because everybody knows goblins love gutters. It's a wonderful family bonded time.
How old are these kids?
Oh, they range. They're old enough though. They can walk and talk just fine.
Because I don't really think it's normally acceptable to have children climbing up on your roof, cleaning out the gutters. I mean,
why on earth not? I'm supervising them. I mean, I'm the one responsible for them. I'm making sure that they're just fine. I mean, they get up there like monkeys in a tree. Speaking of which, I got a couple in my tree right now. They're putting up the cobwebs. Actually, they're doing a great job. But yeah, they just climb right on up there. They got no problems at all. They're crafty. They got over the border and over the wall just fine. So they're nimble.
Do you have your own kids doing this at all, or just the what did you call them, cage kids?
Oh God, no! My kids, they will not. I mean, they will not do this. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know if they've just outgrown Halloween or they're too cool for it. But they just want to sit in their room and, I don't know, text on their phone or play Fortnite or something. I don't know.
I mean, that sounds like what children should be doing. I mean, I get that, having them do some chores. I mean, that's good. It builds character. But climbing around in trees and on your roof. I can't stress enough that sounds really dangerous.
It's not dangerous. It's fun. It's fun for the whole family. They love it. They've never had the opportunity to decorate a roof down in Mexico. So now that they're in America, they're getting the full experience. It's a wonderful thing. They are getting so involved in our family life. It is unbelievable. I mean, every weekend, you see them out there mowing the lawn, they're weeding the garden, they're painting the house. I mean, they're just so involved. It is so wonderful to see children that want to be a part of the family, that want to participate in these types of bonding activities.
Why don't you just pick up some guys outside of the Home Depot and, pay them to do that?
Well, I mean, I don't get paid money every month to watch guys from Home Depot. So these foster children have been a blessing in many more ways than one. And it's not like they don't get nothing for their participation either. I mean, if they do a good job, I give them an extra scoop.
An extra scoop? Oh, like you take them for ice cream or something?
No, I give them an extra scoop of oatmeal.
A scoop of oatmeal.
It's hearty sustenance. They love the stuff. They live off of it.
You're not even giving these children like the pouches of oatmeal with flavors in it. You're just you got a big pot of gruel and you're scooping out some gruel for your Mexican slaves. Your child.
I don't know what you're insinuating here, but I mean, I have to tell you, their parents breed in bulk. I have to buy in bulk, okay? I got these kids running around my house up and down. My house is full of these cage kids, and they're doing a great job, and they get their extra scoop, but I don't know why you seem to think that I should be preparing some kind of gourmet meals here, sprinkling cinnamon up in the oatmeal like I'm, Ina Garten or something. I don't know what you're thinking.
I don't know. It just sounds like a scene from Oliver.
Well, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that piece, actually. Oh shit.
What do you mean, oh shit? What was that? What was that noise? Was somebody screaming?
You know what? I got to go.
Did one of those children fall out of a tree or something?
Bye.
LuEllen! Oh my God. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Is that?
I'm pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure that was one of those kids, like falling off the roof or falling out of the tree.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
She didn't sound like she was that bothered either.
I don't know. Maybe she's just gonna put a scoop of oatmeal on it.
Oh my God! That was gruesome.
That woman is horrible. Why does she keep calling us?
I don't know.
Is this the fan base we've built up?
Apparently. Sociopaths, psychopaths, and everything in between.
With the year's worth of episodes.
Yeah.
This is what we've got to show for it. All right.
But hey, you know what? With that, Sid, we still love you guys. Thanks for tuning in every week. Thanks for your support. If you haven't voted yet, please go over to Twitter. Remember, it's on @Hameen Media Group, or you can find it at our Twitter at On Morons. I sound like the moron. Or, of course, find us on Facebook. There's a poll there, too. We'd love to have your help. Have a great week, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we've got a great Halloween episode in the stack for you guys, so make sure you vote, and have a great week.
Brother, you better get down on your knees and pay 1,000 more fools are being born.